Imagine a world where your most complex tasks in Excel, Word, PowerPoint, even Teams and Outlook get simpler. Not by learning tricky new formulas or commands, but just by, well, having conversation. Today, we're doing a deep dive into Microsoft 365 Copilot. We're exploring how this AI assistant really changes your daily workflow and the apps you use all the time. Our mission here is simple. Unpack what Copilot does in each M365 app. Show you how it acts like your personal productivity partner, making sense of complex data, creating documents easily, building engaging presentations, making teamwork smoother, and handling email overload. You'll find out not just what it does, but how it helps you work smarter, faster, more intuitively, hopefully giving you those aha moments without drowning you in information. Okay, let's unpack this a bit. So at its core, Microsoft 365 Copilot isn't just some chatbot you talk to separately. It's designed to turn your words, your prompts, into maybe the most powerful productivity tool you have. Think of it like having a really smart assistant built right into Word, Excel, all those apps, ready to help generate content, catch you up on things, summarize key info across your work. And how it works is, well, it combines these powerful AI brains, large language models, with your content, the stuff in what Microsoft calls the Microsoft Graph, and of course right inside the M365 apps themselves.
Yeah, that Microsoft Graph part is key. For anyone listening, think of it as the connective tissue for all your work stuff in Microsoft 365. Your emails, your files, chats, meetings, it understands the relationships between them. That's the context Copilot uses. So what's really fascinating, like you said, is it goes way beyond just simple automation like a macro. It actually helps you draft things, helps you catch up if you missed a meeting or a long chat. You can ask it open-ended questions. It's really designed to optimize your time, sure, but also it can spark creativity, help you learn new skills even. It pushes you to work in different ways.
Okay, so let's get specific. For anyone who's ever, wrestled with a giant spreadsheet, this is where it gets really interesting. Copilot in Excel. It's positioned as your data analysis partner, making complex data sets much, much easier to understand. And the big thing, no need to be a formula wizard. You just talk to it, like asking a colleague. You can explore data without messing it up, spot trends, create charts, get recommendations. Like you could ask, are there any outliers in this data? Simple as that. Or find and plot the correlation between marketing spend and sales. You could even say, help me forecast next quarter's sales based on these trends.
And it's conversational, right? You can ask follow-ups.
Exactly. You could dig deeper. Ask things like, okay, what caused that dip in Q2 revenue? Or which product category had the highest growth year over year?
Mm.
And Copilot goes, finds the answer in your data, and explains it in plain English, often with a quick chart or summary right there.
That's incredibly powerful, but it's not just about analyzing, is it? It helps you shape the data too.
Absolutely. Beyond just looking at it, Copilot helps you clean it up, organize it, make it look better, applying styles, changing fonts, colors, or doing more complex stuff like building pivot tables or graphs. You can just tell it, sort this data by launch date, or change the table style to light gray. Easy stuff. But also more specific things like create a pivot table with category as the row, supplier as the column, and sum of minimum reorder quantity as the values.
Wow.
Yeah, or even add data bars to the list price column to quickly visualize the range.
Okay, so if we connect this to the bigger picture, what's really transformative here isn't just speed, it's that it kind of democratizes data analysis. It makes data literacy accessible to almost everyone. Suddenly, people who maybe weren't comfortable digging into complex numbers can find real insights that help support strategic planning, translating complex data into something actionable, understandable. Confidence booster.
Definitely. So Excel gets this huge upgrade, making data less intimidating. But what about, that blinking cursor on a blank Word document, that feeling of where do I start? Copilot in Word aims to transform how you create and refine documents. You can kick off a new document with just a simple prompt, like write an essay about baseball. Or give it detailed instructions, outlines, notes. You can even point it to up to 3 existing files for reference.
So it can pull information from other documents you have?
Yes, exactly. And when it generates something new, it puts you in this sort of draft mode. You see the draft and you have options. You can hit regenerate if you don't like it, get a whole new version. Or you can type in changes like make this more formal or add a section about and click update the current draft.
That iterative process seems key. You're not just accepting the first thing it spits out.
Right. And that little Copilot window below the draft shows you things like which draft you're on, say draft 1 of 2. You can edit your original prompt, or if you like the draft, hit keep it, and it becomes a normal Word doc you can edit further. Or just discard it if you want to start over.
And what if you have an existing document? Can it help with that too?
Yes. Absolutely. You open the Copilot pane within an existing document, and it becomes conversational. You can ask it to summarize the doc, maybe ask specific questions about the content, like what are the key takeaways here?
Hmm.
You can even ask it things unrelated to the document, like give me a recipe for classic cheesecake.
Right.
It had that broad conversational ability too.
Uh-huh. Okay, maybe keep it focused on the work tasks mostly.
Probably wise. Another really powerful thing is linking files. You can tell Copilot to create a new document based on info from another document, like maybe draft a speech based on an outline you already wrote. The key thing here for listeners to note is these linked files need to be in OneDrive or SharePoint, not just saved locally on your PC. And you can link them in a few ways. Pick from recent files, copy the path from File Explorer, or grab the share link. This linking works similarly in Outlook PowerPoint too, by the way.
That cross-document capability sounds like a major workflow improvement. And collaboration. How does it fit in there?
It fits right in. Word's real-time co-authoring works seamlessly. Multiple people can be in the doc, editing at the same time, seeing changes instantly. You can leave comments, suggestions, and Copilot can actually help summarize those comments, making it easier to see what feedback needs addressing. Just a quick note for everyone, this real-time stuff really took off from Office 2016 onwards. Older versions, like Word 2013, you still have to save manually to see others' changes. So keep your software updated.
Right, so this level of AI assistance, it really raises a question. How does it change not just the speed of creating content, but the quality, the collaboration? Does it make us better writers, better collaborators?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, moving from text to visuals. Making presentations. That can take so much time. Maybe you've just finished that Word doc, now you need slides. Copilot in PowerPoint acts like your personal presentation assistant. You give it an outline or a prompt, and it shapes your ideas into a structured presentation. You open the Copilot pane, tell it create a presentation about, and give it your topic, maybe some sections, like outdoor activities. Include sections on hiking, camping, water sports, biking. Send it off.
And it just makes the slides.
Well, here's the clever part, and this actually surprised me. It doesn't just jump straight to making slides. First, it generates a list of presentation topics based on your prompt, like an outline, and you get to review that list. You can change the order, remove topics, add new ones. You have control before the slides are made. Once you're happy with that topic list, then you tell it, okay, generate slides.
Ah, that's smart. So you guide the structure first.
Exactly. It keeps you in the driver's seat. And like we mentioned, it can also take an existing Word document and turn it into a PowerPoint presentation. Big time saver. Plus, once you have slides, you can keep refining with Copilot. Ask it to add a slide about fishing or add an image of a lakeside campfire. It can help optimize layouts, tweak text, even suggest animations.
What's really fascinating there is how it streamlines the entire workflow. From concept to outline to visual design. It lets creators focus less on the, mechanics of slide building and more on the actual story, the message they want to land, amplifying the impact.
Totally agree. Okay, let's switch gears to teamwork. Teams. In today's world, keeping up with chats and meetings is, well, it's a challenge. Copilot in Teams is designed to boost teamwork efficiency. It helps capture key points, action items, decisions. During a meeting, it can summarize discussion points in real time. It can suggest action items as they come up. It can even highlight where people seem to agree or disagree on a topic.
Wow, real-time analysis of the conversation flow.
Yeah. And then after the meeting, it can generate the notes, list out all the action items clearly, suggest follow-up questions. If you missed part of a meeting, or even a whole chunk of a chat thread, Copilot can help you catch up quickly on the main points, action items, decisions, without you having to scroll endlessly.
Oh, that's huge. I know I've wasted time hunting for specific decisions buried deep in chat history.
Right. It can even pull out meeting agendas from chat history, figure out who needs to follow up on what, help schedule the next meeting. Imagine getting a quick summary of what happened overnight in a project chat, highlighting your specific action items. It can even draft a summary email to send to attendees after a meeting. And if you join late, Copilot can give you a quick summary of what you missed. You can also ask it specific things during the meeting, like, what did Janet say about the budget? Or, has the new marketing strategy been discussed yet? You can even ask it to suggest a good question for you to ask.
That's quite interactive.
It is. And when the meeting wraps up, Copilot often prompts you to summarize the key points and identify next steps, helping everyone leave aligned.
Okay, this sounds incredibly helpful, but I think it's important to clarify something. There's Copilot in Teams, like in the meeting or chat, and then there's something called Copilot Chat within Teams, which feels a bit different. Can you break that down?
Yes, that's a crucial distinction. Think of it like this. Copilot in Teams is embedded right there in the context of your meeting or chat. It helps with tasks related to that specific conversation, summarizing this meeting, finding action items from this chat. It uses Microsoft Graph context as needed for that immediate situation. Copilot Chat within Teams, on the other hand, is broader. It's more like a general AI assistant you access through the Teams interface, but it looks across your work, across apps, across time emails, chats, meetings, files. It gives you a more retrospective view. It uses Microsoft Graph to pull info from your entire M365 world to answer bigger questions. Questions like, summarize all my meetings for this week, or what files did John share with me about Project Apollo? It sees the bigger picture of your work.
Got it. So one is very in the moment contextual, and the other is more like a research assistant looking across everything. This dual approach fundamentally changes how people manage information flow, especially if teams are spread out. It's like a shared memory. One thing for organizations to keep in mind, though, Copilot relies on the data being in the system. So teams need to consistently use Teams for key discussions. Ensure permissions are right. Garbage in, garbage out still applies, even with AI. Consistent usage is key.
That's a really practical point. Okay, let's talk email. Outlook. Managing the inbox can feel overwhelming. I mean, before Copilot, trying to figure out a decision made 50 replies deep in an email thread was painful. Copilot in Outlook aims to make email easier, letting you focus on communication, not just management. A big feature is summarizing email threads. It gives you concise bullet points or a full summary right at the top of the thread. And these summaries have links, so you can click right to the specific email being referenced.
That alone sounds like a lifesaver for long, complex threads.
It really is. And then there's drafting. Copilot helps you write emails faster. You give it a topic, maybe some bullet points, and it generates a draft. Then you can refine it. Adjust the tone, make it more formal, more casual, change the length shorter, longer. You can even ask for multiple drafts with different tones or lengths and flip between them, like draft 2 of 3.
So give you options to choose from.
Exactly. Now, some crucial things for you, the listener, to check when using these drafts. Always look at the greeting and closing. Do they fit the tone? Check the overall tone. Is it right for the recipient? Too casual, too direct. Think about the length.
Sure.
Maybe your boss prefers quick bullets. Is it clear? Are you using jargon the reader won't know? Explain acronyms. Basic email etiquette, but important when the AI gives you a starting point.
Right. The human check is still vital.
Absolutely. And managing these drafts is simple. Generate makes a new version based on your edits or prompt. Keep it puts the current draft in the email body so you can send it. Discard gets rid of the drafts. Retry asks Copilot to try again with the current settings.
It seems like a solid process for iterating.
It is. And one more thing in Outlook. Email coaching. This is pretty advanced. It analyzes your draft, whether you wrote it or Copilot did, and suggests tweaks for tone, sentiment, clarity, making sure your message lands well. Important note here, this coaching feature works with work school accounts and Microsoft accounts like Outlook.com, Hotmail.com. It doesn't currently support third-party emails like Gmail integrated into Outlook. You just write your email, click the Copilot icon, choose coaching, and review the suggestions.
So stepping back, this really shifts email from just writing to ensuring effective communication, getting the tone right, being clear, considering the audience that's crucial for professional relationships and getting things done. It elevates the purpose of email.
Well said. Okay, finally, let's talk about the big picture view. Beyond the individual apps, there's the Microsoft 365 Copilot app, which is often just called Copilot Chat. This ties everything together. It's that central cross-app chat experience we touched on. You can access it in the M365 app and Outlook and Teams, and it pulls info from everywhere. Projects, chats, meetings, documents. It connects the dots. You can even link things directly in your prompts using a /sculpting. Link to people, files, meetings, emails to give Copilot specific context. There's also a prompt gallery with pre-built prompts from Microsoft, sorted by task or job role to help you get started. And you can save your own favorite prompts too.
What really stands out here is having that single place to go, that enterprise-wide assistant. Being able to ask complex questions that require pulling info from your entire Microsoft 365 world, that fundamentally changes information retrieval. You move away from jumping between apps trying to piece things together towards a much more cohesive, intelligent workflow. It's a potential game changer for managing complexity.
So, recapping our deep dive today, we've seen how Microsoft 365 Copilot really changes how you interact with the tools you use every day. Streamlining data analysis in Excel, crafting documents in Word, designing presentations in PowerPoint, boosting teamwork in Teams, mastering email in Outlook. It's all about using AI to boost your productivity, make things feel more intuitive, simplify those complex tasks. It's kind of your shortcut to being well-informed and really efficient, giving you those aha moments without the info overload.
Exactly. It's about augmenting your skills, not replacing them, helping you focus on higher value work.
Right. So here's a final thought for you to consider. As you tackle your next project or draft that next email or head into your next meeting, ask yourself, how might having a conversation with an AI assistant like this transform not just what you get done, but how you actually think about your work and maybe, just maybe, the depth of insight you can achieve?